said, well, if they have the pumpkin spice, I want that. If not, just give me my regular.
I was like, I know they don't have it for like 3 more days. But if they happen, I don't know. Oh, God, I hope shit. Continue.
What?
She's looking very guilty.
Continue.
No, I think something scared her. Anyway, so I go in, and long story short, she got her pumpkin spice latte, but I had to flirt with the guy that was taking my order to get it. So I had to sacrifice a decent bit of dignity.
Dignity?
Yeah, self-respect.
Dignity.
Yeah, well, I just talked to him. I didn't fucking give him a hand job. Shit. But yeah. So that happened.
Shit.
Yeah. And then I had to remind him about my drink. After like 5 minutes, I was like, "Hey, still waiting on that other drink." They were like, "Oh shit, sorry." Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he came to the car and knocked on my window and he said, "Taste this," and I was like,
It tastes like fall and joy.
Yeah, it tastes like my dignity and self-respect.
For you, babe.
$4.50. That's how much it cost to buy me out. Apparently.
Oh my God. I'm so ready for fall. So ready. I'm over summer. I'm over it. Of course, I was over the summer the first day it was hot. I don't do well in the heat.
Yeah, I'm over summer before summer gets here.
Yeah.
She's over summer and spring.
Yeah, I'm over summer in January.
I don't even like spring because all the bugs start coming out.
Yeah.
If it was perpetual autumn, my life would be beautiful.
I would be okay with that as long as it wasn't fucking cloudy and rainy all the time.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want that.
hate
Sunny and all of them.
Yeah,
Sunny.
I'm alright with that.
Sunny days.
I think October is perfect because even the sun isn't too much.
Well, I just really, really hate
It's like
it
a
when it
moderate
rains all
amount
the
of
time.
sun. Yeah.
I guess
You know?
I'm weird because I love dark, gloomy days.
You just
That's
now
my
figuring
happy
that out.
place.
I like dark, gloomy days sometimes, but when they become like where I feel like I'm living in some like depressing like Victorian novel, it gets
Yeah,
old.
where everything is like that shade of blue.
Like I'm mildewing.
Yeah.
I get excited. I'll look out the window and I'll see it's cloudy. I'll be like, it's cloudy.
Yeah, not me, because
And I get all happy.
God forbid I need to do something outside and it's fucking raining for
no
2 weeks
shit.
straight.
I didn't say rainy. Just said cloudy.
Well, usually cloudy.
Yeah, usually cloudy.
Leads
No, it
to
doesn't.
rain.
Well, according to the meteorologist,
Cloudy is a gateway drug.
That's right. That's right. Cloudy is a gateway weather.
Oh, we need to talk about... Oh my God, that's cool.
They've gotten like straw
They're on
brooms on
Roombas.
Roombas, so it looks like they're doing a spell.
That's funny.
We need to talk about the rainforest. Oh my God, that's breaking my
Okay,
heart.
well, let's get to it.
Well, does it need to be a new?
Well, we're
No.
like 33 minutes now.
That's killing my soul. Thinking of all the
They keep
animals
showing
and
these.
shit.
Oh, they've showed pictures of dead animals and stuff, and just. Do you see the
What are you
picture
talking
of
about?
The
jag-
rainforest is burning.
Oh,
the guy in the water with the jaguar or something on his shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh, he was alive, and that jaguar just grabbed onto him. He's so
Yeah,
scared.
it was,
Oh
it was
my
like
God.
a Brazilian police officer.
I've seen some of it, but I've actually tried
I tried to
not
scroll
to
past
because
because
it feels
Yeah.
like a knife in the heart. It just makes me sick thinking about all those animals and humans displaced.
You know what doesn't bother me about it are the trees burning. They will grow back.
They will.
I know it takes a while, but they will.
The-
But the millions and millions and millions of animals and the indigenous tribes. Do you know that the Amazon has more diversity of life than any other place on the planet?
Yeah.
I mean, there are.
It is literally the Earth's lungs.
Yeah. Well, and there are so many different species there.
Some of them we really don't even
It's
know.
countless. Yeah.
Yeah, and how many of those might not grow back?
Well, right.
Yeah.
Like
well,
how many.
that's what I have.
And
a
it's
problem
not
with.
just, it's easy to think about like the big, like the jaguar, but all these different birds and frogs and things that,
Plants.
that they're medicine, y'all. They might be cures yet undiscovered. And
Oh,
it's
absolutely. And there are ruins of ancient civilizations
there's
that
history,
are
and it's not even been.
that are so dense in that, or that the jungle is so dense around that you don't know that they're there until you walk right the fuck up on it.
Oh, yeah.
There have
So-
been instances where motherfuckers didn't realize that they were standing on
Literally the
on that
definition
type of stuff
of
until buried. Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah, and didn't know that
Irreplaceable.
that's what they were on until they started clearing it off, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is
So
something."
my question is, this is the rainforest. how did these fires get so out of control in such a wet environment?
I don't know.
That is a really interesting question.
And the
because
reason I can't give
Because
you
I
any
can't
kind
even
of
get my
hypothesis
campfire out here started if my twigs are a little bit damp.
is I've tried to avoid it because it just makes me sick. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've seen some conspiracy things about it.
high energy weapon.
No, apparently,
Aliens.
no, for reals. Like a Brazilian tribe had just won in court to stop some deforestation.
Mm-hmm.
And they said fuck you and set it on fire.
Yeah.
Oh god, if they could find the company that did that. Oh my god. Because I mean, how many?
Yeah, I heard that too.
I hadn't heard that because I try not to. This is really shitty of me, and I recognize that. So I guess that's the first step. I try to avoid reading shit that pisses me off.
Well, yeah,
Because
I can't
actively try to avoid it.
Because I can't. I'm not one of those people that I can just go, that's terrible, and then just go on. It sticks with me. That
and that's like I was talking about last night, and that post probably pissed me off a lot more than it should have. But that's the reaction
your whole night.
that I always have. It's like if I read something that makes me mad, I don't get a little bit irritated most of the time.
Yeah, he gets hyper.
I get
focused.
I get fucking this rage, and then I can't release it anywhere, and it just fucking
it just ruined your whole night.
I have to turn it inside, and then if I can't exercise that away, not like exercise, but like
fuck that.
Nobody wants to do that.
Like you would exercise a demon.
A ghost, yeah.
And if I can't do that, then it turns into anxiety, which is
your whole demeanor changed.
Yeah,
for the whole night.
I was really, really pissed about that, like a lot. So, and that should not have made me as mad as it did. I don't think. I don't know that it would make a normal person that mad, but it fucking pissed me off really bad.
Yeah. Well, it was a tender spot. And you were, anything that involves our kids, we get hypersensitive about because it matters so much. And but yeah, I mean, I try, like when I see things like that, I'm like, I don't have the emotional energy to read this right now because I will be in the fetal position crying. Like
I cry so easy anyway.
Right. I don't have that. I can't care a little. If I give any energy, it's all of it. And it's just like when you already deal with like depression and anxiety and all that stuff, you kind of really have to watch what you let in your head, because if it's hard for you to get it out of your head, it's
that's probably the best way I've heard it described, because a lot of people can this thing will happen and they're like, that really sucks, and then they move on.
Yeah,
and I fucking hold on to that shit and think about it for weeks, and
just turning it over, and
every time I think about it, it makes me fucking just as mad.
Yeah,
and now I'm fucking pissed off for a week or two. When if I would have just not read it, everything would have been cool. So,
yeah, it's when depression and anxiety.
I've tried to work on that, and I have failed.
It's just it's one of those situational things. You have to practice that every time, and sometimes you have the emotional energy to practice it. Sometimes you don't. It just hits you, and you're blindsided.
And the thing is, I know what to do, know how to do it. I just can't.
And it's also one thing if something's going to happen, you can prepare yourself.
But you're just
when something just happens and it's it kind of gets out of your control.
A thing is resolved. You think,
yeah,
all right, we're done with that, and then you see something and you're like, or are we not?
Yeah, exactly. And then
you get that sick feeling in your gut.
That's what I was saying. I bet that's why my stomach was messed up.
Exactly. I mean, oh yeah, I don't doubt that for a minute.
I can't get that picture of that jaguar out of my head.
I'm so glad I didn't see it. But just hearing you tell me about it is enough. It breaks my heart because, it'll regrow, but not in time for some of these species and the flora and the fauna and the people, and it's just terrible.
And if somebody did that on purpose, seriously, they need to be executed. And I guarantee you, in that area, killing off a part of the Amazon that's double the size of France, probably punishable by death.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, how many millions of animals and various species have died because
How many, like, isolated
because somebody
tribes?
threw a temper tantrum. You know, and that's all it was. They wanted to buy land that they had no right to buy. And
if I can't have it,
and the Brazilian government said, no, that's not yours. You can't buy that. That belongs to them, and it always
then they're
has.
not going to have it
Yeah,
either.
they're like, well, fuck you. We'll just take it anyway. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's motherfuckers being bullies, and that's shit that I can't stand.
I cannot stand to see somebody with power abusing it over somebody or something that has no power. That's my trigger. That
Yeah, that shit really, really chaps my ass like a lot.
It does. I mean, it's to me, people that I don't really understand. Like, do y'all ever just go, how does somebody live with some of the shit they do? Like, I see people act in ways on a daily basis, and I'm like, I literally couldn't lay down and close my eyes at night. Like, I'm not necessarily a good person because I want to be. It's because, like, I have so much, like, guilt and shit. Like, I have to act in such a way that I'm okay with it. And it's funny because what you're okay with, that's different for everybody,
right.
you know?
That is totally subjective.
You know, like, some people, I say fuck like 40 to 100 times a day.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. And some people are like, oh, see, that doesn't offend me.
That's if I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, right. That's if I'm having a good day.
Yeah.
But now, like, abuse of power and ugliness, that offends me. I think that's so much more profane than a word.
Big believer in karma.
Oh, yeah.
So if I do something that I know is not right, it's going to come back.
I punish me more than, like, most people could. You know, like somebody said, like, we were in our Leo group, and somebody goes, why do we Leos think we're so perfect? And I was like, are you kidding me? No one's harder on me than I am. Like, I don't get that, you know.
I get that a little bit.
He has very high self-esteem.
I have a high opinion of myself. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I do in some ways, but then I hold myself to an almost impossibly high standard.
I do too, but I also have a pretty high opinion of myself.
I mean, I guess I do about certain things, you know.
Yeah, I mean, not about everything, because that's just narcissistic.
But like, I hold myself.
Why is that funny?
Ross is like, I mean, I hold myself for.
Make a joke.
I hope nobody's touching it. Like, see that? Nope, we're all going to go around it.
Detour.
I hold myself to almost an impossible standard. Like, I think I'm responsible for things like I'm almost certain, like, I don't know, the witch burning wasn't my fault, but yet I feel a little bit guilty for it. Like, I hold myself responsible for everything. Like, wow. I should have seen that coming. It
was in 1600, but I saw the email and I didn't read it.
It's just like, damn. That's why I love when people try to guilt me. I'm like, oh, please. You are minor league.
I have guilted myself so much worse already.
I've been there. I've done that.
I don't respond well to guilt trips at all.
Makes me angry.
Not even a little bit. I know what I'm responsible for. Believe it or not, I'm really self-aware. I don't understand why that's funny, but whatever. At least to the point that I know what I am and am not responsible for, and I know that if I do something that is in fact wrong, I'll feel guilty about it.
Oh yeah,
that's why. No, immediately. I mean, but if I did something and I know for a fact that it wasn't wrong, there ain't nothing you're gonna be able to fucking say that's gonna change my mind.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, so I think we're gonna call this one done. Share this with your what'd you say, with your inappropriately minded friends?
Yeah, like if you have friends who also say fuck 40 to 100 times a day,
or even just a couple.
I mean, if you got some friends and you're like, ooh, you wrong.
Yeah.
Like, the people you want to share this podcast with are the people that you can't put on speakerphone ever.
Yeah.
So if you,
like that. All of us said yep at the same time.
If you know those people, send them our way. We can be BFFs.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, go like us on Facebook. Give us money on Patreon. What else? I think that's it.
Just give us money.
Yeah.
We take Starbucks cards.
I ain't gonna take no damn Starbucks.
Fuck, I ain't. No, he might not take no Starbucks card. I will.
Let me rephrase that. If somebody